Hello, fun, and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind, not Blitzkrieg, actually. It's Spectre of Communism. Exactly. Yeah, we're here on the Battle of Stalingrad, at least. So we'll get started on that in a little bit. First of all, let's spend those well-earned victory points. And to be honest, I actually really want to go for engineering units. We had at least I had a lot of trouble with my infrastructure not repairing fast enough, so that meant that I couldn't push up the supplies with the same speed as my advance, and I got kind of bogged down in a mire before I was able to get my artillery, any supplies and things like that. So I think doing this is gonna be very useful, getting those engineering units there. So that's a 1. Really? No victory points, so I could have done that. And I probably have a level 4. We'll see. At any rate, besides that, I think... I don't really... I mean, modernization program is pretty good, but I actually think that I'll probably want to go for Rokossovsky's Resolve. Level 2 here. It'll be pretty cheap at 4 points. I think that can be quite beneficial ultimately. Yeah. So now to the units. Let's just see what we can upgrade first. And generally, yeah, let's do the level up. So they're actually at level 2 already. Let's go for... They already have fire support. Let's go for Defender then. These guys already have fire support and Defender as well. These can only be upgraded. I'm looking for the level ups first anyway. So these are actually at 13. They have deadly, they have mobile. The best thing for me, at least after that. Well, the thing is with the 280mm is that currently, even with that equipment, they have 5 ammo, I think? 4. I could actually do with a 5th in that case. But for these, I think actually Defender would be better because they start out with 1 additional ammunition. So, now the level ups, let's take a look at the heroes because you actually do get a few here. So this one is Lydia Litviak. Brief but illustrious career, called White Lily of Stalingrad for the flower painted on the side of her fighters. She became the most accomplished female ace of the Soviet Union. She scored 12 personal aerial victories and 4 more as part of a squadron. All female 586th Fighter Air Regiment, huh? Huh. That's pretty interesting. Alright, so she'll be put on a fighter. Yeah, fighter indeed. Let us see. I'd rather have her on the one with the highest level, which is currently this lag, because then she has the most bonuses basically, so, or the most of these, so yes. Then let's see, increase the number of command points by 5. Yes, please. So that will be insane. Oh jeez, this she's a beast. Holy cow. I mean, let's go for Devastating Fire for now, but I mean, First Strike, Nimble, Gunnery Instructor, those are all insane. Those are really good. Scouting is good too. What? It's just, she's just gonna be an insane unit, you already know. This is absolutely brutal. Alright. I did already designate the other heroes, I think. Yes, alright. What do I need still? this guy. What do I need for it? 30 damage to infantry, 30 to infrastructure. Oh, capture 30. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty challenging. How about this one? Anti-tank. 50 damage to tanks, assault guns, or recon. I really hope to put this into a non-toad. But that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, I'll be able to upgrade it to 76mm. That will give me more soft and hard attack. But it doesn't change a whole lot. Well, it does have long range gun now. It's certainly an upgrade that I do want to make. Anyway, let's see here. Because I would definitely be looking to get this to a T-3442. That gives it one more air defense, one more heart defense as well. I'm not going to upgrade this to a KV-1S or KV-2. So this gives me one less heart defense, but one soft and hard attack. Sure. They'll retain their heavy armor ability, so I'm not complaining here. As much as I like a Matilda and the Stuart, I would think that the Soviet tanks are better, but that's gonna be costly. So I'm just gonna wait out on that a bit, even though I do have a lot of prestige. Let's just do the overstrength on my units first, and we'll see whether we still have some some left there. But generally I'm looking to do the overstrength and the equipment for the units first. And I'll see about anything else afterwards. These also still need to be upgraded. I'm getting a free Air Cobra. James. Yeah, so let's go back to upgrades. Then the Yak 1 to Yak 9 is pretty expensive. I guess, wow, what? One less air attack, one less soft attack, and 3 air defense in exchange. No. Wait a minute. Now, an upgrade to an LA5 is a lot cheaper. It's weird that... I only get one LA5. No. Maybe I had another unit selected? Wait. Like, this is an upgrade that I do want to make to the IL-4. Not here, though. Like, I don't want to spend 490 on that upgrade. Yes, this is definitely better. But I don't think it's going to be worth it. So... I mean, PE3... Like, this is pretty interesting because there's a lot of ground defense. But rather, I do like the LA5 here, so... from Yak 1 to Yak 9... Yeah, that's probably a better upgrade. And from the lag to get to LA5... That's definitely a better tech tree, I think. The Air Cobra is on par, if not better than the LA5, so... This Hurricane, it is not. But currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fighters, the 2 bombers. I mean, I really don't need any more fighters. In fact... Well, I don't really want to sell it, but I don't have to deploy it either. That would give me more points per turn. Choices, choices, choices. Because I would say that the difference between the Yak is not that bad, but between the LA it is. Although the Yak also has significantly more defenses. Well, to be honest, the first thing that I want to do is actually I want to acquire another infantry. Or guards, actually. And it seems like I can go for half tracks in all these units. I mean, this is truck movement, but they get +2 movement points, so I think this is always better. Some more hard defense, same camouflage, but this +2 movement points is just, together with the soft defense, is just too good. So let's switch all these Cominterns to M5 half tracks. That is 60 points. But I think those are points well spent. Also, one other thing that I need to do for this mission. This is not a winter mission. Oh, it is a winter operation. Okay. So I need to keep my winter equipment. Never mind that. Let's just take a look then. Yeah, that also means that these guys forced march. Let's go for terrain expert here, sure. Equipment, they need winter equipment. Body armor is this interesting. It's pretty cheap as well, but they need winter equipment. Generally for infantry, I think the flamethrower is just above and beyond better than anything else. Just +4 attack against enemies inside a building. That's just really, really good, especially for something like Stalingrad. So, that's just without a doubt going to be insane. 998. Especially for the upcoming mission, I don't think my tank forces are going to be that useful. I would like to upgrade the Matilda and the Stuart at some point. Well, yeah, they really have to be upgraded. They're really bad, actually. Like, not even close bad. Let's turn the Matilda. 500. It's not even that bad. At least the Matilda has 13 hard defense. Let's just turn this into T-34. Like they already have some experience. So. That's probably a good idea. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery at the moment. Can't really buy anything more. Let's just go over the equipment one more time. Like this Panzerzug 21 does not have any equipment, and I do think it will need it. Like first of all, winter command, the 3050. This is the new train that we have, and then incendiary shells are already there. Let's make, yeah, you guys also don't have winter command. All right, let's just start with, you know, some of this stuff. So these guys, I actually do like things like aerial radar here. It is very expensive, but at some point I do think you want to get it. I do think it will be valuable. I do need to overstrength you. There we have it. And then let's upgrade, you know, or give these guys equipment, with the hero at least. Also with I mean, +1 spotting range is nice, but I do like removing half of the penalty for the nighttime attack. So let's just take that aircraft radar there, and let's do that for these two. I guess aircraft radar on my fighters is going to be pretty crucial for those night turns. This is one of the 3, so I think it's pretty good. Let's make sure. Yeah, exactly. You guys don't have high caliber incendiaries, whereas I do think they'll be useful. How much ammo do you have? 2 only. So you do also need additional ammunition. That's 50. I would actually forego having aircraft radar on you. Oh, yeah, you also need winter command. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Like, with 2 ammo, that's just impossible. I need another 50. Okay. Yeah, that just sucks, but... Again, I think additional ammunition is probably better. Let's actually discard this. And exchange it for the aircraft raiders on the fighters. I think good fighter performance is probably more important. Just making sure they all have winter command. Which they do. Okay, let's keep those 50 then for anything else. Let's see what these guys have to say here.
The defense of Moscow was successful not only due to the resilience of the Soviet people, but also due to the weather. If not for the early winter, everything could have turned out differently. Now we again have to fight in the cold and make sure our troops are well equipped with winter gear.
I agree. Yeah.
The assault on Moscow has shown that the Germans can be beaten. And what's more, that we can beat them. All we need is a solid coordination between all the branches of the military and a little bit of luck. Urban warfare is a separate discussion. Flamethrowers are devastatingly effective against fortified enemy positions. Remember that when you're planning the defense of Stalingrad.
Are we going to Stalingrad? What a surprise. Yeah, so that's everything. Let's get started here.
Our Red Army continues its heroic struggle for every centimeter of Stalingrad. But our defenders are pinned down with their backs to the river. The Germans bomb them and shell them day and night.
Unacceptable. If the Germans take Stalingrad, they will cut our country into pieces and grab the Baku oil fields.
Comrade Stalin, the enemy has overextended his forces at Stalingrad. We can encircle them and strike from both flanks.
Vasilevsky, you keep forgetting one thing. We lack the forces to strike.
Do we not have enough new Lend-Lease tanks from our capitalist friends in the United Kingdom and the United States?
We do have those tanks, but they're not enough. I ask your help in getting reinforcements for this operation.
Well, we have just finished forming new Siberian divisions. They are in the Far East. I will send them by rail to Stalingrad at top priority.
Great. I think this will be a turning point. We cannot allow the city named after you, Comrade Stalin, to fall into the enemy's hands.
I have signed a special order forming combat units out of troops who tried to desert. They are called penal battalions. They will go into battle. Our anti-retreat forces will stand behind them with machine guns to make sure they defend the city to their last breath. This is our last chance to turn the tide against Germany. We must hold Stalingrad at all costs.
I mean, that's not really how that worked with the machine guns to their backs, you know, but I mean, they did have penal battalions, obviously, just like the Germans.
The German Sixth Army is on its last legs after 3 months of fighting at Stalingrad. Comrade Stalin demands we strike and obliterate them completely.
Those 3 months have whittled down our forces as well. Our soldiers are barely holding a few spots on the western bank of the Volga.
That's their job. They must hold until the counterattack. That's Stavka's plan.
Affirmative. According to the operation plan, we will transfer fresh forces to Stalingrad. But for that to happen, we must secure a safe crossing of the Volga. For us right now, it is critically important to hold the bridgeheads at the Gerhard windmill and near the Barricade industrial complex. If possible, we must bring help to units encircled in the village of Spartanovka and re-establish communications with them.
So when are we getting those fresh reserves that Stavka promised us?
They are en route. Soon troops from the Southwestern Front and the Stalingrad Front will breach enemy defenses to the north and south of Stalingrad. This will envelop Germany's Sixth Army in a pocket Then we crush everything inside.
Glad to hear that, Gorgi Konstantinovich. But until our encirclement closes, we need to crush the Nazis who are in the city. After we get the reinforcements from across the Volga, we should take the high ground by capturing the Mamayev Kurgan, then secure the Stalingrad 1 railway station, the Red October factory, and the tractor factory.
No objections. But I repeat, for this operation's success, number one, we need first to keep a hold on at least one proper bridgehead within Stalingrad. And number two, we need to transfer our forces safely to the west bank of the Volga.
Agreed, Comrade Zhukov. We use all our anti-aircraft weapons to defend the troop transports. Our monitors will provide cover fire as well.
Good. I hope that will minimize losses as we cross the river. Comrade Commissar for Defense, permission to begin the operation.
Granted. The operation plan has been personally approved by Comrade Stalin. You can depend on it. Good luck in battle, comrades. The city bearing our great leader's name will become a mass grave for the Nazis.
Okay, where can I deploy my forces anyhow? Multiple locations, but it is not useful to have them here if I cannot make a proper landing. In fact, well, my forces will need to move up a river regardless this way. Deploying them up here is also not particularly useful necessarily. Unless I move them up here then, which is probably also a good idea. I should probably split my forces into two groups. One heading north to rescue the forces at Spartanovka. I guess going from here, then up. Landing there. And then moving to take the tractor plant and rescue the forces at Spartanovka. That seems to be the best choice for one group. And then deploy another group near Bobrov. Moving up, deploying here. And these guys will just primarily start moving south. Now, if what they said was true, we will likely see that there will be reinforcements around this area. And somewhere up here. Or here. Which I think would suggest that we will then have to make an encirclement. So take this supply hex. Cut this supply hex. But, I mean, for a perfect score we need to capture it anyway. Just like we need to capture Gumrak. And then we also need to take the supply hexes for the Germans inside Stalingrad itself. Which would be this maritime hub. And let's see, this maritime hub down there as well. Yeah, these are just supply points, but not supply hubs. So they don't actually get it from there. I mean, this is... Do they have any other, like, key... They have the Mamayev Kurgan. Just dense buildings. The Red October factory, I guess. The Barricade Arms factory they do. Tractor plant. They have some stuff. But yeah. Let's deploy it like that. As for fighters, let's couple them at least with a powerful and a weak one combined. I think generally we need two groups here as well, so we are probably best off having... Like, there's already one fighter here extra, and there are none up here, so I would have... Come on. Each will have one bomber. I'll probably not be able to do a whole lot with these Panzerzug. No, they cannot be deployed at this stage, so let's not worry about those. Not so much. So like I said, we'll have some troops in here. Those are obviously going to be my best forces, not only the elite guards with no hero apparently. Interesting that those with that those are actually doing better. At any rate, let's get some artillery close to that harbor. We'll have 3 artillery down there, 2 up, 2 infantry. Let's have the recon in the north, the weakened T-34, but then the KV-2. And let's see how we are on anti-air. Let's get the anti-air in the north too, and then this will be the southern operation. Let's once again get these guys as close as possible. Artillery, most important. Oh, there. Yeah, I can also send them through there. So let's actually. It's gonna be pretty dangerous flying my unit or moving my units through anyway. But still. Alright, now. For leveling up all of these, they already have Street Fighter. I guess... I mean, I know it sucks I'm not even playing yet, but I guess the setup for these, it's pretty important anyway. They have vulnerabilities. Let's use mobile on anti-tanks. I really do like mobile on them. So at least they can attack, move. Yeah. Also like air combat support. Because these guys are generally just going to be mostly static anyway, I'm not particularly interested in mobile for those guys. But I am for the artillery. So let's go. And as for the infantry, they have terrain expert. I'd still go for forced march generally. I just like that additional movement sometimes so much. That's just really good. That I think it's going to be worth it. Alright, go. There we go. And here. Alright, finally taking care of that. Alright. So, I know it's a little bit of an unfortunate business, but I guess let's... Oh, they have target tanks in there already? Great. Let's leave the business of actual gameplay to the next episode then. I guess doing embarkation as cheaper would have been pretty good here as well, but anyway, we'll do the actual gameplay on the next episode. So I want to thank you for watching on this one. Do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, or help me out on Patreon for more videos each week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.